Okay, so now I'm on my AskSpot account. Like as I said earlier, we're going to build a tool for a local auto shop. So it will be showcasing the business, which is our goal. It should be able to answer questions 24/7, and it will be able to capture appointment requests wherein you can send the data directly to a booking system via a webhook. So we're covering everything from building the spotlight from scratch. So let me go ahead and click on any of my businesses. Okay. All right. Now in here, let's just create a new one. Maybe we'll name it AI Service Advisor Spotlight. Let's put that right here. And this option, create from existing chatbot, it allows you to create a spotlight from an existing chatbot that you already have inside AskSpot. So that's just an easy way to also be building this spotlight. So let me just click create here. All right. Okay, so we're starting with a blank spotlight. First, we need to build our visual profile. So we'll go to settings, and for the header, I think with this use case, we don't really need to build that at the moment. So I'll just go ahead to profile options now. Let's upload a professional image right here. Okay, there you go. So this one I edited from Canva. So it's just a template that you can change and add to AskSpot. So let's just wait for that to load. Okay, just a little bit more. All right, there you go. So you can also upload a profile video in here as long as you have the 16:9 default ratio added. But if you do add a profile video, it will disable any profile images that you added or uploaded in here. Okay, next will be our profile description. So let's just use a fictitious client name. So let's just say at AZ Family Auto. We make car care effortless with expert service and modern convenience. So that will be our profile description. And then let's just add a bunch of social media links. All right. So let's just say we have their Instagram. So change that and click on Instagram. And then next is put the URL. And then for their Facebook, assuming they have a Facebook page, you can also add that right here. And then let's just use LinkedIn maybe. If they also have a LinkedIn page, you can add that right here. So we do have a spotlight setup form or an internal form that we send to clients before we can build their spotlight, so that we can also gather any of the relevant social media links that they may have. And then we can just, simply compile those and add it to the spotlight. So if you want a link or a copy to the spotlight setup form that you can use when collecting, data from the client, so you can build them a spotlight, do let me know in the chats. Okay, our next step is to build our AI chat. So that will be right here. So I think for our AI chat, yes, we want to allow the user to send text. We don't really need to show the like and dislike buttons right here. It's not very important. And then for the initial message, okay, I see some chats here. Dimitri, please send to me. Thank you. Yep, I'll place it here on chat. This AskSpot currently support file upload. A lead can upload their logo into form, or flow build to be dropped into Spotlight. Not at the moment. So the way that the Spotlight intake form was built is to gather links to their logo or to their Dropbox where they added that logo. Let me just go ahead and put and paste that here on chat. Okay, now see, it's an Intel form. Just get that for you guys. Okay, Spotlight setup in Teleform. Okay, there you go. So here's how it looks like actually. Like, so you'll also be showing some sample spotlights, sample spotlights that you did previously. You can just replace these images and also add your branding in here. So here's what I was referring to. We will be asking for a link to their logo file that was added in a Google Drive or a Dropbox or any file sharing platform out there. So let me give you guys the link to this, and feel free to modify it, tailor it to your business. Copy, duplicate page link, and paste that right here on chat. There you go. So you can just import that on your account. Right. Yeah, so let me go back here to our AI Service Advisor Spotlight that we're setting up. So we've added our initial message, and just remember that in the initial message, you can also add like YouTube videos as the intro if you want. And let's see, can we add a link to a Google file that they can add the logo to? Yeah, actually, you can just provide a link to a shared Drive folder, like a public folder that they can upload a logo to. And then you can just, put on the input, say done if you've done uploading your image or something like that. And yep, so let's see here. So we added this friendly message, welcome message. Next, branding. We don't really need that at the moment, so let me just turn that off. Okay, so let me go so here to customization. You need to add at least one resource before you can customize your spotlight. So let's just add our sources for now. And our sources will be instead of a static file, we'll be using a Google Sheet. So with this, you can have your clients, just update their own pricing if you want, or add their own FAQs if they want. And then the AI can digest or sync into that new information. So let me just show you guys one example. So here it is. It is a category, it's the question, and also the answer to that commonly asked question. So let me just get the link for this. Okay, and copy link. Make sure that it's in viewer mode so that the AI can get the infos from this sheet. So now we'll go to sources. Okay, now click on integrations, Google Sheet, paste it right here, and save sources. So if you also want to keep your sheet private without, putting it in public mode, you can just connect or add AskSpot account or AskSpot domain when sharing this Google Sheet. So if you still want to keep it private but be able to share with AskSpot or with your AskSpot bot, that's possible right here. Okay, so that's been processed. We have added our Google Sheet. You can also add a web page link if they have a website. You can also add that right here. Or if you have specific Q&As that you can add or you want to continuously add manually here, that's fine too. For the Google Sheet that we added, let me just make sure that we turn on our auto sync feature. Auto sync every day and save. All right. That's been toggled on. Next, we can now customize our spotlight since we added our sources. Okay, so here's how it looks like right now. Looks pretty empty, but let me just select this theme right here. Okay, next is our AI configuration. So we may want to make sure to add specific system prompts, since this will be like the AI's rules when it comes to responding to a user. So for our AI config, let me just define its goal. So you're a friendly, trustworthy, knowledgeable AI service, and then I'll provide it with some rules. Let me just enlarge this, guys. 1 second. Okay, there you go. So this is the prompt that I added. First, you have to be helpful. You're not a mechanic. You have to use the knowledge base that was added to answer questions about the services, maybe pricing or our hours. So you are an expert on what the business offers. And then for the pricing, so you must use phrases like starts at, something like that, and never give a firm final price quote. So there's also a never diagnose problems rules. So we want to make sure that it's not acting as like a mechanic, but just a helpful tool for the business. Next is for the booking. Okay. If a user asks to book, schedule, or make an appointment, your only response must be this exact phrase and nothing else right here. So it's okay to add prompts as you go along when you test the chatbot and you notice that, oh, it's answering with this phrase that I don't want. So you can just continuously add those right here. That's the entire purpose of the system prompt. Okay, I think we have a question from Martin, posted in the school group, AI power data profiling. Some clarification would be great. Thank you. I think the pre-filled data when creating a new spotlight is, oh, okay. I think I see what you mean. 1 second. Let me just check that right here on my end. I think you're referring to this one. 1 second. Spotlight, and then this one, right? I think the main purpose of this is to, so when you put a name and a description for the spotlight, and then you turn on the AI powered data pre-filling, it will automatically like create the welcome message, and then what else? I think, oh yeah, the chat's welcome message, and it will also auto pre-fill I think the prompt for the spotlight. So you also have this available on a chatbot, and I tested this on a chatbot, so it automatically changes the name of the chatbot, the welcome message, and also the prompt. So you can try that actually on. I haven't tried it on a spotlight, but yeah, on a chatbot I have tried it. So feel free to explore that.
Thanks, Kim. Thanks for explaining that.
Okay, so going back here, so we've added our system prompt. Now let's click Save Changes. Oh, just in case you guys missed this update, we do now have the new GPT-5 available in inside AskSpot. So iPhone says, I'm at the doctor's at the moment. I'm not able to fully participate. Can you send me a recording from today? I will be posting this recording on the school group so you guys can like go back to it. Like, no worries about that. Yeah, as I was saying, we do have the GPT-5 now available, although you may have to what do you call this? You may have to verify your account inside OpenAI just to make sure that it's GPT-5 is fully activated. And you may also have to, bring in a new API key if you're having issues switching to GPT-5, but it's super amazing. I do recommend using it, guys. Okay, so going back on our AI configuration here. So we added, we changed our general settings. We've added our customization, and then we added our prompt. Next is to add a few channels, especially the booking channel, since that's one of the main features that this Spotlight must have, which is its own booking channel. So let me just go over here and just set those up. Okay. First will be the question channel, and then ask the service advisor, and then this will be its response. Let me just change that and create. All right. Next, we will be adding maybe a view all services question channel. And then I'll leave this blank because we want the AI to generate the response. Okay, and then the most important thing is our, excuse me. Okay, as I was saying, the next important thing is to add a book an appointment channel, although I will be using a flow for that. So let me build it out while you guys are here on the call, just to show you how you can also build a flow for your spotlights and for your chatbots. So let me just go over here, the flow builder. Okay, now let's make sure to build a flow that captures appointment data. So let's just say booking flow for auto shop AI and create that. All right. So I think first thing that we'll add in here is a message channel. Okay. And then click inside it. And then from there, let's just add a message where it says, great, let's get you scheduled for an appointment. I just need a few details right there. And then let's add some delay. Okay. Next, we will be adding a question channel. And I usually just remove the success and failure block since it's not relevant to what I'm trying to do here. So we will be asking for the full name. Is your full name? And then we will also save that response to attribute so we can reference to it later. So let's just use name and then save, okay? And then another question block will be to ask what their phone number is. So thanks, and then the name tag that we collected on the first question. And then what's the best phone number for us to send the confirmation text to? So let's just select phone in here and save. Next, we will be adding another question block. So let me just remove this again. And let's ask for their vehicle's details. There you go. And then let's just add a custom attribute right here where it says vehicle info and add to custom attribute. There you go. Next, I think let's just add, since we've collected all of the details, let's just ask them for their preferred date and time. So that's another question block. Or one way that you can go around this is use our event scheduler block right here. If the business has a Calendly, Tidycal, or maybe a Go High Level calendar, you can just sync those into our event scheduler block. Okay, so for this one, let's add another custom attribute. This will be the date and time. Okay, and save. Next, let's just add a confirmation message right here. And then your appointment requests have been submitted. Our team will send a confirmation text to the phone that was provided to confirm everything. We look forward to seeing you. Okay, and then the key feature in here that we will add is to use the webhook block right here. Okay, so with this webhook block, you can just, you can use Zapier, you can use make.com. You can do, I think Go High Level has automation stuff in it too. So you can use those automation platforms using the webhook. And like what I said earlier, after they've been through this flow, they'll be sent into an external webhook, and then the webhook will or what you set up inside that automation platform will send them a text will book them a calendar appointment, or maybe it will send them an email confirmation. So there's a lot of possibilities right there. If you use a Calendly integration, can you bring it back to the flow to continue the confirmation? I don't think continue the confirmation. Let's see. I think that if you use the calendar or the event scheduler block, that'll have to be the end of the flow. I think that's how it works. Or it'll just give you a confirmation where it says you have been, you have been booked, or you have completed the booking, something like that. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Although that's something that you may want to explore, Owen, it may be possible. So yeah. See here. So yeah, as I was saying, over here on the webhook, you just enter the URL right here from your chosen platform. And these are the attributes or the data that it will send over to that webhook so that you can fully create an automation. Can you show how you're seeing the webhooks? Then you can wrap those attributes into a formatted form. Oh, for the webhook setup, I don't think our time will be enough to set up the webhook. So I think we can do that on the next live help call. I'll show you guys how to fully automate the data that we collect on the Spotlight, or from an Intel form, or from a chatbot, and then automate that using, make.com, Zapier, or Go High Level, or whichever platform it is. So yeah, that's another that will be another call for sure. Ensure all fields are filled out correctly. So not for now. So let me just, okay, there you go. And save flow. All right. So now that we have added our flow, or we have created our flow, let's add that real quick to our Spotlight setup. Okay, so let's tie it right here on channels, add channel, and then it will be our flow channel. So book an appointment. Okay, there you go, and create. So now we've just connected our flow. Let's see how the Spotlight looks like right now. Okay, there you go. So there's our profile, there's our chat, and then our channels right here. So I think I would put the channels on the initial welcome message. So let me just do that right now and toggle this off. If we don't toggle this off, it will also show up as an option down here, but we want to move them on the initial welcome message. So let's go to chat. So that'll be general, and then chat. And then after that is select channels. So book an appointment, ask the service advisor, view all services, and then let me just get or name this book an appointment. This one is the service advisor, and then view all services. Okay, save changes. Now let's see how that looks like on our Spotlight. There we go. So right here, so it was added right here. All right, so I think that's the pretty much sums it up how to build a Spotlight for a local service shop. So this is not just for, for a local auto shop. You can do this for any other local businesses out there. So you can just, build a 24/7 AI service, and then you can fully automate everything also via webhook. So let me know if you guys have any questions on the comments, any clarifications or suggestions for this spotlight. You can just let me know. appointment. So yeah, so this was the flow that we built. Mhm. Thank you so much for that. Also, let me give you guys a copy of this on chat. I will also be posting it on the group, but let me also give you guys an import link right there on chat. So you can just import that to your AskSpot account and then, change a few things, brand it to your business. Update using Spotlight in a not full screen image. I'll have to take a look at that, Jolly. Thank you for the presentation. You're very welcome, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, I think that's it, right? For today's live help call. Next week, Tuesday, we will also be doing another live build like this. So if you have like a suggestion, if you have like anything that you want to see on this live help calls, do let me know. Did you say that it will be in on I'm sorry, can you clarify that question? Did you say that the imply it will be on where do you post these recordings? I do post them on the AskSpot user community group. So you should be seeing that later today. Yep, you're welcome. All right. That's it. Thank you all so much for joining. You should expect a recording for this posted later on today. The import link for the spotlight will also be on the post along with the recording. Thank you all so much and have a great day, guys. Bye bye.